or whether they have to have different products for men of different ethnic oranges. Oranges? Ethnic oranges, there we go. So, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on male contraception. And when I say male, I mean people with a penis. It does seem today that the onus on not getting pregnant lies with the woman or the person with the womb in a relationship. And that's actually quite troubling for modern men like me who actually want to share in the responsibility in the relationship for contraception, for birth control and for, well, things in general really. Now, as it stands, apart from vasectomy, which is pretty much permanent, the only way a man can contribute to contraception in a relationship is by the use of these. But whilst condoms are one of the best ways to not only prevent pregnancy but also to prevent STIs, there is no 100% guaranteed way of avoiding pregnancy. So long-term couples, often the woman has either a coil or takes some sort of hormonal contraception on top of using condoms to avoid getting pregnant. And this has been the case since the 1960s. Now, unfortunately, in the 1960s, there was a rush to get a product to market, and there were some of the products which were out there were actually really quite dangerous, led to, in some cases, death, in a lot of cases, some really severe side effects. We're in 2017 now, and obviously a lot more research has been done into preventing these side effects in the female version of the pill, but until now there hasn't even been a male option for contraception other than using condoms or having a vasectomy. But recently there's been lots of clinical trials for various ways that men can use either a pill or an injection or something else to prevent their sperm basically reaching the woman's vagina. Before I go into these, I'm just going to very quickly explain the hormonal contraception for women, and the most popular one by a long way, around 50% of women who take hormonal contraception take this pill, is the combined pill. The combined pill contains estrogen and progesterone in an artificial form. These things are naturally produced by a woman's body, and what it does is prevent eggs being released from the fallopian tubes, being ovulated, and therefore cannot be fertilised by the sperm, and also helps in a few other ways, including thinning the walls of the womb, which prevents eggs embedding in there, and also makes the womb slightly harder to move around, so that if any sperm do get in, they are obviously more tired out and like to die before any egg is released. Now, when taken correctly, and I've underlined that in my notes, when taken correctly, it is over 99% effective. However, that does rely on it being taken correctly. So recently there's been some clinical trials on the various ways that men can employ to prevent pregnancy in their partners. The first two are pretty similar. They are basically blocking the vas deferens, which is the tube which releases sperm into the penis, which is what's usually cut in a vasectomy, which is why it's usually pretty permanent from a contraception point of view. The first method uses a synthetic chemical injected into the vas deferens, which blocks the tubes and kills the sperm on contact. And all that's needed is for another injection to flush out this chemical if and when the man wants to conceive again. That is still in trials, obviously, but it's a very promising way of looking at contraception, and of course doesn't have many side effects at all, except perhaps not many men want a needle inserted into that area of their body. There's a similar method called an IVD, which is very similar, but is a little plug which is injected into the vas deferens, and it filters out the sperm rather than blocks it or killing the sperm as it goes. It filters out the sperm going through the vas deferens to the penis. This next method is about blocking proteins in the body. There was a 2013 study of mice where there were certain proteins in the body where, if they were blocked, made the mice infertile. It was extraordinarily successful. The mice didn't seem to lose any of their libido. They didn't seem to have many mood swings or anything like that. And The only problem is that it hasn't been replicated in humans yet. Oh, I say the only problem. The other problem is that the mice's testicles shrunk by 35%. Now, that isn't a major medical problem, but it may put a few men off, yeah? Now, if there is a way that this can be replicated for humans, it could be taken by injection, or it could be in a pill form. So yes, we could have the male pill. But also another type of hormonal contraception for men is having synthetic testosterone and progesterone injected, usually in the backside, not the testicles this time. And basically what happens is the progesterone prevents the testes producing enough sperm, and the synthetic testosterone replaces the testosterone in the rest of the bloodstream to prevent major side effects. Now currently this is in phase 3 trials, which is the phase before going to market. So this could become available relatively soon. And when I say relatively soon, I mean in the next 5 years or so. You know, it's not going to be next week. But this looks very promising that it's in phase 3 trials. It's probably going to have to go through at least 2 or 3, if not a lot more phase 3 trials before we get it onto market. There are a few problems with it at the moment, including the fact that it reduces sperm count differently in different ethnic origins, and more research is required to see what kind of product would be good across a number of ethnic origins, or whether they have to have different products for men of different ethnic oranges. Oranges? Ethnic oranges, there we go. Or whether they have to have different products for men of different or whether they have to have different products for men from different ethnic origins. Bloody hell. Now there are some different mild side effects, including mood swings. Over 99% of the people that reported mood swings, it was extraordinarily mild, or in some cases moderate. But even with all these options for contraception for men, there is no method which is 100% effective. So what I suggest, what medical profession suggests, what every single sex ed YouTuber will suggest, is that you use more than one contraception method if you do not want to get pregnant. And the easiest way to do that is to use condoms and some other form of contraception. And at the moment that's really kind of limited to the woman having to either be on the pill or have an IUD or something like that. But hopefully this means that in the future the man will also be able to have the secondary measure of contraception in their relationship. So I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Why not subscribe to see more of my videos? You can do that about here. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.